Hi, I'm Robert Killen, Director of the Lane SBDC, and I'll give you fair warning today. I'm going to be a bit of a wet blanket because that's the type of information I have to share. But I can start with something positive, and that is the money associated with both the Economic Injury Disaster Loan and the Paycheck Protection Program is beginning to flow. Money is dropping into people's accounts through the loan advance portion of the EIDL, and PPP loan applications are being approved around the country, around the state, around our area. So that's all good news. In addition, we received guidance for banks from the SBA on how to determine the maximum loan amount for the PPP for self-employed individuals who file Schedule Cs, and it all revolves around that Schedule C. So here's how you do it. If you fall in that boat, you take your Schedule C, the bottom of that is your net income for the year. You divide that by 12 to get a monthly average, and then multiply the monthly average by 2.5. And that will be your maximum loan amount, 2.5 times your monthly average net income. Now here's the first wet blanket. By the same guidance, they are saying that for businesses who are in that boat, who are utilizing that method to determine their loan amount, that their forgivable amount of the PPP is capped at 8 weeks worth of wages, representative wages. Now, this is designed to show 2.5 months worth of representative wages. And what they're saying is only 8 weeks of that are forgivable. That's approximately 73% of the total. So as it is read, it would appear that if you receive a maximum loan amount, the maximum you can get forgiven is going to be 73% of that total. So until we hear differently, I'm recommending to my clients that if you receive that maximum amount and you don't want to be left with a loan that you have to pay back for some portion, only use 73% of what you get. Alternatively, if you can ask to accept only 73% of what is offered. Either way, you just want to be very careful moving forward that you know precisely how much can be forgiven and how to make certain that you use it in a way that every amount that can be will be, because you don't want to get surprised at the end of this with a loan. Additionally, another wet blanket regarding the PPP is that the funds are going to run out. It was a $350 billion pot of money. As of yesterday, 5/7 of that had been used. 250 billion essentially has been spoken for, and loan applications are being approved at approximately 25 billion a day now. So I would expect this fund to run out of availability on Thursday or Friday of this week, maybe even sooner, depending on what happens. So it's going to run out. Now, for those of you who haven't yet got your applications in or haven't gotten approvals yet, there is a lot of pressure from all sides that the Fed add additional funds to this, a second round of funding. So don't despair too much yet. I think there's still a lot of possibility for a significantly increased fund to be made available. But I wouldn't wait. If you haven't yet applied and you want to access these funds, apply as soon as you can, because there will come a time when there will be no more money in this program and there will be people who are left outside. So move quickly. Regarding the EIDL, a couple clarifications that have been verified. One, they are utilizing an employee count to determine the amount of the advance portion up to $10,000 at $1,000 per employee. I've already said that. But in addition, we've also heard that because it's a much smaller pot for that program, the SBA is sending out notifications that they're providing initial advances, initial disbursements for the EIDL loan, the loan portion capped at $15,000. This is fine for very small businesses, but for businesses of any size, this is a real blow because they were expecting to get loans for approximately 6 months worth of working capital, and this doesn't even cover a month for many larger businesses. So that's a disappointment, but that's what we have to share. My hope is that more funds will become available and businesses will get all the funds that they need. My guess is that people are going to be left out of some of this. So again, positive news, money is flowing. The wet blanket news is that the funds are limited. We're beginning to see that. We knew that was going to be the case. We're beginning to see what that looks like now. So hopefully you can make use of this information. Do act quickly if you are considering any of these programs and have not yet acted. If you have any questions, reach out to me through the Lane SBDC website at lanesbdc.com. Be well. We'll see you next time.